Anupam Rastogi is right here as one of the speakers, IIT Bay Area Leadership Conference 2017. Some of the golden experiences you have as a student when you were at IIT.
It's been a while, but obviously a lot of fantastic experiences at IIT, and they all sort of morph into helping you do the things that you eventually do. And something interesting. Obviously, there's a lot of fun that you have at college, but then also I think in terms of the fields, some of the fields that I worked in at IIT, interestingly, 20 years later are the areas that I'm actually working on today. So it's a lot of those things we were doing research on. I'm amazed that the professors and the faculty there were so ahead of really at the cutting edge that things we got to work on in India in 97, 98, 99 are a lot of things which are even today cutting edge, like IoT and some of the machine learning technologies, some of the wireless sensor technologies. So that's one from the professional side, and then a lot of obviously things on the personal side.
So IIT basically develops technology folks, but most of them get converted into management folks and then prosper in both directions. They are high-tech engineers and they are the best managers as well. So why do you think this has happened over the years and is still happening over and over again?
You mean why do they get into the managerial side? So I see that as that's a great thing that IIT is able to produce leaders. And if you look at the leaders at Google, Sundar Pichai, and a lot of other technology companies, now global companies with massive impact, are being led by IITians or Indian engineers or people of Indian origin. So I think that's a progression that we've seen over the last 10, 20, 30 years. Is now we have people rising up to these levels of responsibility where they're able to make very large impact globally, and so I see that as a good thing, because I think finally to get technology adoption and get into the hands of 7 billion people or 1 billion people or whatever, you need that leadership, you need those platforms, you need to build out these things at massive scale, and so I think it's great to see people spreading out into different disciplines.
So right now you are into NGP and you're also facilitating investments and stuff. So what are your 2 cents on the most hot investments that people should make in?
Yeah, so we are at a very interesting point of time right now in the technology space and more generally globally. So we've had different waves of technology with internet coming in the mid to late 90s, and then mobile phones starting in 2007 to 2010. Just went to 3-4 billion users having this internet on their tips of their hands. So I think right now we are at a phase where there's 5 or 7 different technologies which are all sort of swirling around at the horizon, which will create a bunch of new opportunities for entrepreneurs and investors and people to work on. And so things like AI and machine learning, there's a lot of buzz around it, so there's also a lot of hype, but I think there's also a lot of real opportunity from applying it to all the data that's coming out of devices. And there's a lot of work going on in autonomous and self-driving vehicles and drones and robots which can control themselves and augment human abilities. So take away a lot of the mundane tasks that humans have to do. Sit in a car and let's say you're driving 4 hours away for a vacation, it takes away 4 hours of your day there, or if you're commuting every day, it's taking out 2 hours of your day every day. So I think technology, the next level is really next level of automation, of taking out mundane tasks and freeing up humans to move up the value chain, doing more creative work, doing more things that impact society or just their own sort of fulfillment. So I think we are at a very interesting time where we're seeing a lot of things that move in that direction.
Thank you, Anupam, for sharing your opinion. Have a good one.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.